And China has been investing heavily to fulfill its commitment to peak carbon emissions before 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality before 2060. How do you evaluate China's green efforts?
Well, I think I've been watching China and working in China in different ways for the last 20, 30 years now almost. And I must say, uh, uh, first of all, it's fair to say that no country is doing enough to keep the global temperature increase to 2 degrees, let alone 1.5. And neither is China. Having said that, given the constraints that it faces and the global challenge of having clarity on the meaning of what is called the common but differentiated responsibility of countries, I think China has developed and has been implementing a very helpful climate strategy over the years. And in practice, what one sees is a massive push toward China becoming what often people call an electro state, while others, such as the US, are going backwards to continue and even increase in being petrostates. You can see where the arc of history is going here. And this, I think, seems to be very well understood in China at the highest levels of government, and very importantly, also at the local and regional government level. So, and that's been very, very, very key. Now, another important element of China is that the Chinese initiated and led Belt and Road Initiative is now also increasingly including more green than gray investments. And this is crucial to help the BRI countries to do their own share of emission reductions. Now, let me just finish with your question with two challenges, because there are excellent developments, but there are two challenges. One, for China, I think the most important challenge is the coal use. And so far, much of the renewable energy development responded to the growing needs, the new needs, but have not yet been able to substantially reduce the existing reliance on coal. Now, if China is able to substantially change this, and thereby also achieve its net zero objective earlier than 2060, that would be a huge win for climate. The second one is an important challenge for China, like for all other countries. And it is to consider much more seriously the impacts of the expected temperature rise over the coming decades, impacts that will be increasingly significant and catastrophic. In addition to massive emission reductions, those impacts will require very substantial increases in adaptation, and also to consider as temporary and emergency measures cooling regions or even the whole planet using methods like solar radiation modification. This is true for every country, but it's also relevant for China.